Hey everyone, this is Nashi here. So the JINs just came out for all the classes, Maehwa included, and I went ahead and did a little bit of testing, and I happened to come across an issue with one particular skill so far. I still need to do more testing, so I don't know if there's any other issues yet. If there is, please go ahead and feel free to put that particular skill in the issue scenario in comments, and I'll check it out. But for the one I found, blooming seems to be having an issue. Not that it's not working per se normally. So if you don't have it, the Phantom or the Blooming Absolute skilled, it'll work normally. So, for example, as you can see right there, easily perform the ability, not a big deal. So if we go and also there's one other aspect to this as well. Notice how the icon right here is for blooming, the normal blooming. That'll change once I select absolute. So I'm going to go ahead and select, oops, 1 second. Let me go ahead and get some energy here. So let's go ahead and select Phantom. So with Phantom selected only, typical reaction, I do the Phantom blooming. So wait for that cooldown, and then I'll go ahead and lock Phantom. The expected output is that I would do the normal blooming and not the Phantom. As you can see, I performed it normally. That is expected behavior. Now, when you actually add in the absolute, this is where the problem kicks in. So the blooming right here, this icon will change, and on top of that, the actual skill itself will not work anymore when trying to perform the normal blooming. So we'll go ahead and click that right there. I'm going to uncheck this first, and then I'll try to perform it. Notice how the icon changed. And as you see, I do a normal full blooming Phantom, not the normal blooming. This, in my opinion, is not proper, as I've locked Phantom, and that should actually keep it from working. Now, understand the fact that this actually, all the damage and increases and whatnot do refer to Phantom blooming, so I understand that. So if that's the case, that's fine. I get that. It makes sense. But when you actually show this part of it, by locking both of them, you'll notice that it doesn't work. You can't get normal blooming to work or function whatsoever. And then when you actually go to the cooldown UI and look up blooming, the only ones that show up are these three. So the only way to actually get access to blooming, the normal blooming right now, is if you delearn absolute. At which point, you'll notice that my cooldown UI is now gone, which I have to reapply, which is now present, and it works as expected. So be careful when you run into this, guys. Don't get screwed by using up your 1 day of skill guide and then be stuck with this and not being able to revert back. So if you plan on using the absolute blooming, by all means continue to do so, but until they fix this, if you plan on using normal blooming, I would not pick up absolute.